It's a new month and a new season here in Las Vegas. It is April, my friends, and I'm so excited. If you can't hear it already in my voice, I sound a little bit nasally, but that's because it's allergy season. But I'm okay with allergy season, and I'm okay with being nasally because with allergy season comes pool season, brunch season, vacation season, and the beautiful weather of Las Vegas comes to life, which is my favorite thing about living here. I'm so excited to bring you another events, experience, whatever you want to call it, video that tells you exactly what you can do in my beautiful neon hometown if you're coming to visit or if you're new to Las Vegas and want to learn how to be the best local you can be. Before I get started with the list of events happening in my beautiful hometown this month, let me just call myself out on one thing. Last month, I got quite a bit of feedback because I missed some major events that were happening in Las Vegas because it didn't occur to me to include them. So I'm going to do my best, but I just want to preface this video with, this is not meant to be every single thing happening in Las Vegas. And if it's not interesting to me, it may not make it in the video. So do me a favor, if I do miss something, don't eat me alive, but definitely comment below and let me know what I missed so that I can continue to keep an eye on what things are interesting to you and include them in the future videos. Okay, let's move forward. This is a busy month in Las Vegas because, like I said, the city's coming to life, the energy is booming, the weather is hot, my nose is running, and we're about to get started. If you're a new local in Las Vegas or you're thinking about becoming a local, what you'll soon learn is that April and October are the best times of year to do all the outdoor stuff that we love. Rock climbing, hiking, just nature walks, starting that pool season off a little bit early. So I like to just remind you of all the quick, cool day trips that you can do from Las Vegas that are really close that a lot of people forget about. Just so you know, Mount Charleston is about a 30 to 45 minute drive just from the center of town, and that's actually a lot cooler of an experience up there. You can do tons of hikes. There's hundreds and hundreds of trails. They've got awesome nature. They've got beautiful activities up there. You can have a picnic lunch, do things like that. They've also got a beautiful hotel that's got some nice lunch options for you if you want to stop and just have lunch at the new restaurant. The thing that you need to know is that's 30 to 45 minutes away. Red Rock is even closer. Red Rock Canyon, a gorgeous 13-mile loop that you can drive, walk, hike, whatever you want to do with it. And that is just outside of Summerlin. If you're driving from the center of town, you're looking at about a 25-minute drive. If you live in Summerlin, it's about an 8 to 10-minute drive. If you live in Henderson, you're looking at about a 25-minute drive as well. Red Rock is one of my all-time favorite things to do. It's something that I try to make sure everyone at least sees one time while they visit. And if you become a local, you should definitely make that a part of your annual seasonal experiences. The other thing I like to remind people of is that we have Lake Mead, which is a gorgeous location that you can just go do the same thing. Hike, sightsee. You don't have to necessarily go out on the water just yet. Might be a little bit too cold. And Valley of Fire. Those are on the other side of town from where I was just talking about over by Summerlin. The other thing I like to tell you too is there's tons of food festivals and a lot of really cool farmers markets and opportunities for you to just get out in nature. Why not enjoy it? We get 300 days of sunshine a year, so that's what I'm talking about, right? Vegas brings you sunshine, so you need to lean into it. Okay, let's get into all the nitty gritty. Let's talk about the events that are happening this month. There is a lot going on. Right off the bat, we've got a couple of really big events happening in the sporting community. So you've got the NHRA 4-Wide Nationals event happening on April 1st through 3rd. It's at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. If you haven't visited the Motor Speedway, you should definitely take a trip out there, whether it be for EDC or one of these awesome events that are actually what that place is built for. I haven't been out to the NHRA events, but I'm really excited to check them out, and I may actually make it out there this year. Believe it or not, Clark County does have fair and rodeos and all kinds of really cool stuff that people do as locals here. So we've got the Clark County Fair and Rodeo that's happening April 6th through 10th. That's happening in Logandale. It's a little bit of a drive outside of Las Vegas, but there's tons of attractions, really cool animals, really cool experiences for the kids, family fun for everyone. Definitely want to check that out, especially if you're becoming a new local. The 2022 Las Vegas Bluegrass Music Festival is happening at Centennial Hills Park. Fun for everyone, very family friendly. That's going to be on April 9th at Centennial Hills Park. Really awesome family fun event. Not only is there going to be music, but there's going to be tons of food, experiments, attractions, rides, anything you can think of. It's going to be another outdoor event. Again, everybody's taking advantage of the gorgeous weather. So if you like bluegrass music, this might be for you. Another big event that happens here every single year, just for the rockabilly scene, the people who love that rockabilly vintage vibe, is going to be the 2022 Viva Las Vegas Rockabilly Weekender. It happens at the Orleans Casino every year. I love this event. I've gone to it multiple times. There's old cars, old-fashioned, awesome vintage jewelry, vintage clothing, really great music, food, and just an ambiance that you can't really even put words to. This is known around the world. People come from all over the place to see this. So if you're into that scene or you want to check it out, highly recommend it. Even if you're just a local, you want to pop by. The cars are worth it alone. We don't want to forget about Earth Day here in Las Vegas, and that is April 22nd, but that doesn't mean we only celebrate on April 22nd. Earth Day is celebrated actually year-round here in Las Vegas. We have a lot of conservation efforts that we go to throughout the city to make sure that we're doing our part to save the Earth and save the planet. So tons and tons of things happening. I'm going to read off a few from my list here. We've got a 5K and a 1K walk, Happy Earth Day Festival at downtown Summerlin. We've got the Earth Day happenings over at Red Rock Canyon, which is a really wonderful thing. I've done that a couple of times with my kids, really amazing. And then of course they have things at Springs Preserve, which also is wonderful for the kids. So be sure to look online, just Google Earth Day, Las Vegas. There's tons and tons of events you can take part in to make sure that you're doing your part as well. If you're interested in all the conventions and events that come into town, we've got the NAB Show, National Association of Broadcasters, is coming in April 23rd through the 27th. So just check that out. It's going to be at the Convention Center. It's one of our bigger shows throughout the year. I've loved attending it. If you're into new media, any kind of electronics, anything that really looks at broadcasting, you're going to want to check this show out. Probably the biggest event that's happening in Las Vegas in April 2022 is the NFL Draft. That's right, the 87th NFL Draft is actually happening here in our city, and we're super excited about it. This is one of the most anticipated events for the NFL season all year round, aside from the Super Bowl, of course, and we get to have it and house it here in Vegas this year. If you're looking forward to some of those events, definitely go online and check it out. They have a week-long event calendar. They've got all kinds of opportunities for red carpet and really cool experiences that are happening that directly correlate to some of your favorite teams and sports. Anything related to NFL, you're going to want to be in town for this week if you can. That's going to be happening April 28th through the 30th. I promise you the celebrations are going to go on before, during, and after that experience. You know as well as I do, Las Vegas is also known for hosting a lot of music award shows, and they give an opportunity to bring all the star-studded events and all the celebrities into town. This month we get to host two. So on April 3rd, we're going to have the 64th annual Grammy Awards. That's right, the Grammys are coming to Las Vegas. And later in the month, we're doing the Latin American Music Awards, and that's actually happening on April 21st. If you're into maybe bumping into your favorite celeb, or you want to just be in Vegas to feel what it feels like when those events are happening, highly recommend you make it. As I mentioned earlier, Las Vegas does a lot of outdoor events, especially when it comes to the beautiful weather times of year. So you're going to be a lot of, especially as a local, a lot of foodie festivals, beer festivals, just anything you can imagine to get people off the strip and into the community neighborhoods to just really connect with one another and enjoy each other. I've got a list of some local events I'm going to read off for you. Some of these are really amazing, and I'll let you know which ones are my favorite. The 5th annual Kizuna Japanese Spring Festival is happening on April 2nd at Lorenzi Park. We're going to have the Great American Foodie Fest. That is absolutely one of my favorites. Bring your appetite. That's going to be April 8th through 10th at the Galleria Mall. We've got the Las Vegas Fanboy Expo, which is like a Comic-Con style event. I've never been, but I might swing through just to see what people dress up as. That's going to be April 22nd to the 24th at the Rio Hotel. Bring your fanboy action. We've also got Vintage Market Days of Southern Nevada. I actually did a video about this on my channel a couple months back. They're here twice a year. This is the spring edition, April 8th through 10th at downtown Summerlin. If you like anything and everything related to vintage anything, if you like buying from small businesses, there are clothing vendors, foodie vendors, vintage vendors, you name it, just go. That's all I have to say is go. And it's at downtown Summerlin, which is a gorgeous setup, and it's really perfect for all the family. Anybody can go, any age, it's awesome. The last thing I want to mention is that we also have tons of farmers markets, but most importantly is going to be the Clark County Great American Easter Egg Hunt that they do every single year, and that's going to be April 16th at Sunset Park, which is one of our largest parks here in Vegas. You've got the Great Vegas Beer Festival happening on April 22nd, and the Pure Aloha Spring Festival, which is amazing if you love Hawaiian food or anything related to Hawaiian culture, and that's happening April 21st through the 24th. Like I said, Vegas does it right, especially when it comes to food and foodie fests, beer fests, drinking, anything you can do to celebrate the fact that we live in this gorgeous place with this gorgeous weather, we do it. So bring your appetite, get ready to have some fun, and make sure you put on some sunscreen. Okay, let's talk about concerts. Like I said, we know it's nice outside, but there are some inside arenas to enjoy as well. I'm gonna pull my computer over here for this one because this list is a long one. Are you ready? Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever tour. I did not get tickets to the show. If somebody wants to call me and take me as their date, I would be happy to say yes. She's gonna be playing on Friday, April 1st at T-Mobile Arena. We've got Keith Urban live. He's gonna be April 1st and 2nd at Caesars Palace. Trey Kennedy, They Are You For Real tour on April 1st. That's going to be at the Red Rock Ballroom. Jeffrey Osborne is going to be at the club at the Cannery Casino Hotel. As I mentioned before, the 64th annual Grammy Awards is happening at MGM Grand, and that's on April 3rd. Foreigner is going to be doing quite a few shows, actually. April 1st, 2nd, 6th, 8th, and 9th at the Venetian. Meryl Osmond is going to be live at the Westgate, April 1st and 2nd. Silk Sonic is going to be at the Dolby Live at the Park MGM on April 2nd. BTS, Permission to Dance on Stage, is actually happening at Allegiant Stadium April 8th, 9th, 15th, and 16th. Side note, I just saw on the news that one of the BTS crew members came down with COVID, so I'm wondering what they're going to do about that. It's probably got a little bit of time to mend before the show, but we'll see what happens. Megadeth and Lamb of God is going to be playing on April 9th at the Michelob Ultra Arena at Mandalay Bay. Tommy Davidson is going to be doing some comedy on April 9th at Green Valley Ranch. If you haven't been to Green Valley Ranch, you should definitely go. In fact, you should be checking out all of the off-strip local casinos. They have great entertainment and great food, and stay tuned for some videos about those coming up. Lady Gaga's returning with her jazz and piano show April 14th through 30th at the Dolby Live at Park MGM. Russell Dickerson's going to be at the Sunset Station April 22nd. John Legend April 22nd and 23rd. John Legend at the Zappos Theater at Planet Hollywood. Walker Hayes, April 23rd, Concerts on the Beach series at Mandalay Bay. This is what I mean when I talk about the outdoor opportunities. Mandalay Bay has concerts on the beach at their poolside. Incredible, so much fun. The Weeknd is going to be playing at T-Mobile Arena on April 23rd. J Balvin is going to be playing at Michelob Ultra April 23rd as well, so those two will be competing. Mr. Michael Bublé is going to be April 27th at Resorts World. The Spinners and the Tramps featuring Earl Young are going to be playing at the club at the Cannery Casino Hotel April 30th. Gin Blossoms, who doesn't love the Gin Blossoms from the 90s? April 30th at Green Valley Ranch. And Billy Bob Thornton and the Boxmasters is playing April 30th at Santa Fe's Chrome Showroom. We don't want to forget, of course, our friends at the Backstreet Boys. If you guys were big Backstreet Boys fans like I was, they're going to be playing the Coliseum at Caesars Palace April 9th, 8th, 15th, and 16th. Like I said, that's a long list. There's a lot going on when it comes to concerts in Las Vegas. I mixed the concerts and the comedy this time because there is just way too much to go through, but really excited about that comedy lineup as well as those concerts. I hope you guys are going to be coming to town for at least one of those or something that I've mentioned thus far. And last but not least, we want to talk about sports. Of course, we've got our Vegas Golden Knights, and they are still continuing their season throughout the month of April. Visit their website for the latest and greatest details on who they're playing and where they're going to be. As always, I appreciate when you watch my videos, and even if you stick all the way through these long ones to the very end. I really love doing these videos for you. I love helping you learn how to live your best Las Vegas life. And of course, if you're thinking about moving here, I would love to help you do that too. So before you click off and you move on to the next video, hopefully on my channel, be sure to do me a favor. Comment below, let me know if you like this video, what I might have missed, if there's something you want me to include in these videos moving forward. And if you're thinking about moving, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to click the link in the description, or you can text me or email me, or frankly, give me a phone call. Let's set up a time to talk. Let's discuss what your plans are. Even if you're not buying for 10 years, I still want to know about it. So let's be friends, let's get to know each other. Otherwise, I'm hoping I'm going to see you at one of these amazing events that are happening in Las Vegas this April. I am looking forward to the season getting hotter and things getting lots and lots more interesting. I'll see you next time.